All right, I'm pretty good at predicting this national championship thing. And a lot of times it ain't hard to tell, but in the Rose Bowl, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe we got Alabama taking on, with the number 1 seed Alabama taking on Notre Dame. We'll talk about that game first. And then the more competitive game in people's eyes is the number 3 seed playing, Ohio State playing the number 2 seed, Clemson. And God forbid anybody test positive. Let's get to it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check our college sports playlist out for more videos like this. And Alabama's just clear cut superior team to Notre Dame. I prefer them putting Texas A&M in there again versus Alabama. I think them getting a second look at Alabama would have been more competitive than the first Texas A&M game with Alabama, and it would have been more competitive than Notre Dame and Alabama. Notre Dame, which it really was the worst thing that could happen for the playoffs. But Trevor Lawrence not playing the first game, 2 linebackers really changed things out, because they would have beat Notre Dame the first game, and then if they would have made it to the ACC championship game, they probably would have beat them again. And then we probably talking Texas A&M. We would have had a better bowl game with Florida A&M, Texas A&M, in my opinion. But Alabama might be the clear-cut greatest, in my lifetime, the greatest dynasty in college football that I've seen since Nick Saban got there. And, just obviously they got 2 Heisman Trophy candidates, the quarterback Jones, and then Devontae Smith, the key receiver. And, I think only Clemson and another SEC team that get a second crack at Alabama can beat them. But Ian Book can't do nothing versus that defense. This is going to be one of those, if Nick Saban don't call the dogs out, 50-0 games. Alabama is just too physical, too talented on both sides of the ball. And to be Alabama, you got to have a great college quarterback, a Tebow, a Johnny Manziel, Robert Griffin III. You got to have an elite quarterback. And to me, Ian Book is an elite quarterback. Now, if Ian Book beat Alabama, then he might turn to an elite quarterback. But Notre Dame with Brian Kelly, they just can't match the physicality. They can't match the talent. They can't match the coaching. Shit, they can't even match their uniform. So, in my opinion, this is a waste of everybody's time. They should have just gave Alabama a bye, and they faced the winner of Ohio State and Clemson. And really, to beat Alabama for Notre Dame, they have to take the ball away. So, really, what they got to do is stop their running back Najee Harris and make Mac Jones make mistakes. If you can make Najee Harris fumble, but make them make mistakes, make Jones beat you. That's how you beat Alabama. Scoring on a short field, scoring off turnovers. That's been Alabama's Achilles heel. They don't have elite quarterbacks outside of Tua. Remember, they had John Parker Wilson, Greg McElroy. They had all these bum quarterbacks. That's how you beat Alabama. Make the quarterback beat you. If you can make it go point for point, then so be it. But great quarterbacks defeat Alabama. And great front seven. If you can match their physicality, which every SEC team that's got an elite program can really match their physicality up front. But really, you have to make the quarterback beat you. And that's the number one thing about Alabama. Make the quarterback beat you. If you can stop the run and make the quarterback make some mistakes. See, I don't have to make no mistakes. Because I got the best receivers. I got the best running back. I got the good offensive line. So it ain't hard being a quarterback for Alabama. It ain't hard at all. That's why they don't translate to the NFL, because really being a quarterback at Alabama outside of Tua, you don't have to do nothing. I got all the time in the world. I can make an accurate pass. I don't have to worry about getting sacked. If we do get behind, I can give it to the running back. I got a great defense. Come on, you don't have to do nothing in Alabama. Great defense, great special teams. That's why SEC teams get them issues, because they can match the physicality. SEC team with a great quarterback, you can beat them. That's how you beat Alabama. Stop the run, make the quarterback beat you. Or you got to go out there and have another great quarterback to put some points, to put some points on the board. But to me, this is really a smack up down on Notre Dame. I see this game being like 50-20. It may be a little closer because Alabama might call the dogs off, but easy win for Alabama. They might as well just gave them a bye. And we can, for the Rose Bowl, we could just watch them practice. But interesting thing about the Rose Bowl, in my lifetime, I can't remember, it won't be in Pasadena, Florida this year. They're gonna be playing in Texas. So at the Arlington at the Cowboy Stadium. So I guess the Cotton Bowl won't be played this year if it is a Cotton Bowl. So they'll be playing in Arlington, Texas this year, just because of the COVID. And obviously in Texas they can have fans in the stands. So yeah, fans in the stands in Arlington. So if you in Arlington, you want to go to the game, they probably can have like 20,000, 25,000 people there. So I got Alabama. Long story short, routing Ian Book and Brian Kelly. They gotta try and try again. But teams like Notre Dame, you gotta have a great ACC, you gotta be great academically to get in there. They failing right now. You know, the SEC, the motherfuckers ain't no Harvard or the South. But it is what it is, man. So let me know what you guys think about Notre Dame and Alabama. So it might be an advantage, a bigger advantage playing in Texas instead of California, but I don't still think they had no family and friends there as well. So Brian Kelly gonna get his ass whooped and his wife won't be there to see it. She can watch it on the tube. But talking about Clemson, Ohio State, now that's a good game. I don't think much of Ohio State this year, and that ain't nothing. I ain't really watched them play this year. They didn't play us this year. Glad they was gonna rout Michigan. You wanna know what I think about Michigan sports? Check out my channel, More Sports Talk. But that's a tough. I haven't really seen Ohio State play this year. Didn't see the Indiana game, which they almost lost. But I seen the Northwestern game in the Big Ten Championship. That's tough. Last year, Clemson beat them. And I don't think Ohio State that good this year. So I heard Phil's been struggling a little bit too. But you got to remember it's COVID. I see more of Clemson. I like Clemson. I think they got a better coach. Both got good quarterbacks. It's a tough game. Last year, just thinking about it, they said Ohio State cheated Ohio State. Crowd over spilled milk. I just think Trevor Lawrence is the only team that could beat Alabama. So I think they beat them. I think this game, I've seen a little bit of Ohio State. This game way more competitive this year. I think it's more of a 24-28, 24-27 variety. And I think Ohio State missed a field goal at the end to let Clemson win it. So I think Clemson with Trevor Lawrence, I don't think they was as good as they were last year, in my opinion, because of the COVID. I don't think any team is as good as they was last year. But I think Clemson edged it. I think Justin Fields, he had a rivalry with Trevor Lawrence. They've been battling for the position since high school. But I think Trevor Lawrence and them just edged it. You know, the Big Ten has not provided any test for Ohio State but the Indiana game. And I think Indiana at quarterback in that game ended up tearing his leg over the next week. But I think Clemson is just, they both great programs. You know, I hate the Ohio State Buckeyes, but I think Trevor Lawrence is just do a little bit more than Fields. And then at the end of the day, I think they both go into the NFL draft. I think they both will go high. Obviously, Notre Dame quarterback, if he enter, he won't go high. You know, Mac Jones, whatever his name, he won't go high neither. I think these are two best quarterbacks. I think these quarterbacks can beat Alabama because they're elite, they're mobile, and but yeah, I just trust Dabo Swinney a little bit more. Trevor Lawrence, mobile, huge arm. I think him and Justin Fields are just as good as each other. I think Trevor Lawrence, you know, is just getting more because we've seen him since a freshman. Since what's that dude? That kid they pulled. He was mad as shit too. I forget the brother. He took him to national championship too, I think, or close to it. But it's a good game. This is a competitive game. This should be the 8 p.m. game. They playing at the Mercedes-Benz Dome, New Orleans. Let me hear that. Know you clap. Shout out to New Orleans, man. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a little bit closer to South Carolina. Shit, Ohio might be closer to Notre Dame. I'm closer to New Orleans, but man, that's a good game. That's a game that I'm actually gonna sit down and watch. But the Ohio State and Notre Dame game, man, if it ain't competitive, they getting popped. I'm not watching that shit. But I think Clemson edged it out by 3 points. It can go the other way. I'm not sure what the spread line is. They're two great programs. Just that Ohio State, other than Indiana, they haven't been challenged, and they only had 5 games played this year before the Northwestern game. But I give it to Clemson. I think they just make it. But hey, let me know what you guys think about the college playoffs. Who you got winning? I remember somebody from Notre Dame was in my comment section like, "Oh, Notre Dame is gonna win. You're tripping." Well, a couple years ago it was. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, response, or video request. All my social media links in the description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. We also got a Facebook group. If you want to advertise your business on the channel, hit me up. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Let me know who you got winning, what you think. We gone.